Welcome to my cluttered corner. So what I'm trying to do is clean up one of my books right now. So I'm going to wait for that to open. I was trying to talk about this one yesterday, and I painted it. I'm going to take the paint off because I just don't like all that paint on. But what's going on here is, okay, I see a face on this side. There's also a face on this side. Some of these guys, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say this. Some of them look like Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, we'll forget that. Oh, not that one so bad so much, but there was another artifact I had that just every time I look at it, it just reminds me of him. It's like, have I noticed, like, this is the face of a saber-toothed cat, but I had this area here painted white, but it doesn't make sense to me because, like, I mean, maybe it's just a bobcat. I notice if I turn it this way, there's this, you can see this animal here has a very large, you can see that tooth right there. So maybe some kind of smilodon in there. But this is some kind of animal. It doesn't make sense because if this cat were to close its mouth, that tooth would be kind of going across its cheek, which that's not anatomically correct. So I thought, well, maybe it's something, maybe the tooth comes down here. So I tried to paint in the tooth there. That didn't look right either. Well, then I thought about it, and okay, so I had a couple other artifacts that showed an animal with its mouth open, and then like a dowel or stick being shoved in there to break the teeth out, and like this. Okay, so this is a good example, and it's like I show this. This is a tooth. It's some kind of a fang. It would have sat, I'm going to say it's probably, I want to say a bottom fang. I'm not 100% sure, but this would have been like the inside of the mouth where it would be. And the problem was I'm trying to explain these things, and then you get these hecklers out there that say, well, how do you know it's a tooth? And, you know, that's not a tooth, that's a rock. If I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. Shut up. This has the Hunter Schrager bands in it, so shut the fuck up. So these paleo people like to knock the teeth out, so I'm going to assume that these like those areas there, that's from those dowels bashing them out. And I do have like a couple others. I'd have to reach back to explain it. If you look through my videos, you'll see where I have a couple. I do have a couple other artifact rocks that show this cultural thing. So I don't know what animal that was. I'm going to say maybe a bear, because that's pretty big. It looks like it's been worn down. So that's not what I'm talking about anyway. So I'm going to assume, because this line goes straight down there, that's a dowel. And yeah, I want to go remove all my paint. It was pretty when I put it on because I was trying to paint that cat. But I'm not happy with that thing there. So assume that that's what it is. So I went to the other side, and I just couldn't paint this because, like, you could see, like, there's an animal looking to the right, and there's kind of like a toothy thing right there, and then there's an animal kind of looking left. Oh, there's a rabbit there. Check that out. The eye looks. You see the ear right there by above my thumb. So it's a rabbit. There's a paw. So this is how this kind of artwork would have worked. If you're wondering, this isn't a rock. This is animal hide that would have been petrified. You can see like some kind of bear thing that's looking to the left. Now here is the coolest part yet. Okay, so if you turn it this way, now what do you see? So this is a culture I'm talking about. One that liked to play some really weird head games with you, okay? Why do I know this? Just observation, I guess. I had some people I've had people ask me, what were you in a past life? Oh, great, I hear a cat barfing in the background. Yeah, that's a good way to ruin a video. Anyway, so we got a face there, maybe Jeffrey Epstein over here. No. And then this cat thing here. I mean, it would make sense if it was animal hide, and I think that it was like see if I can reach over here. There it is. Okay, this guy here. So I was tracing this one to find, okay, you can kind of see the shape of a bear head looking to the left. But then I noticed there was a man there. And what was the man doing? Well, I noticed kind of this fur-lined coat here. And I saw he's holding that nose in place, kind of like his finger up the nostril. And his hand is here. This portion was a little bit pinker and a little bit more like deviated, like right in there, like he's cutting the flesh away. What could you possibly do with the flesh on so you can see that's like kind of like carving away the animal flesh, the flesh off of the bear's head. What could you possibly do with the skin on the face? And I think I'm holding it right in my hand. You can mold it into things. I was starting to say, you could see like there's maybe a couple stitches in there. And these things petrify, and then they just become monochromatic. You could actually use the sinews from the tendons and muscles and turn that into thread. You can use the bones and turn them into needles. So it's like you can probably use the whole thing. This side was kind of hard to understand. I mean, I thought it was looking to the right, maybe. They're complicated pieces of art. So I think I figured out what's going on here. So this would be the other side. This would be like a gleaned carcass. The mouth is open. Here's the nose. There's no teeth in here because all the flesh over here has been gleaned. It's been taken out. the teeth have been taken out, and I know this is gory, but I think that's what I'm being told here. So here's the other multiplicity part of one of the multiplicities that you can see, that there's a human face looking to the left. You see the nose here, the mouth and the chin, the eye, and you saw the face looking to the left here, right? What if I did this? Now you've got a mammoth head. There was like one more thing I saw when I was showing this. Okay, this man is working, carving up his kill. He's using every single piece of this animal. So if I turn it this way, I saw this face that was actually put into like the fur lining of his coat. There's somebody looking down, and I saw like a baby face over here. So he's doing all this during the Ice Age for survival, to take care of his family, and to keep the baby warm. So that is the story I got. In case you're wondering, I'm a bit intuitive, and I was trying to say that I've had people ask me, how do I know all this stuff? And they ask me if I've ever tried past life regression, and it's possible, we'll say. Anyway, alrighty, have a great day, everyone. You see that there's a wolf there. All right, bye.